so we'll move on to our next point, third base. This is a new segment that we're trying out, and it's our mailbag segment. So, Ryan, I'm going to ask you the first question, which is a bit interesting. So, would you, as GM for the Nationals, do a Victor Robles for David Robertson trade? Why or why not?
I would never do a Victor Robles for David Robertson trade. I have heard this question being posed around a few of the rumor mills. It is very interesting to me as Victor Robles is one of the top prospects in all the majors, especially for the outfield position. He's a young guy. He may only be about 19 now, but he's supposed to be a five-tool player for sure, no doubt about it. David Robertson is good, but it's David Robertson. And they definitely do need an improved bullpen, but I think that there is a lot of potential there with Victor Robles, and I would not give him up for much more than elite closer in my eyes, honestly. So no to David Robertson.
All right.
Sorry.
Those are the famous words of now Nationals GM Ryan Donahoe, folks.
Yeah, I know you're watching, David, so sorry, but I wouldn't take you.
All right, so our second question for you is a little bit different. So where does Matt Wieters, catcher on the open market right now, eventually end up in your opinion?
Personally, I'm not totally sure because obviously his market has diminished a lot. He's been out there for a long time. I think I saw a few things you disagree with me on. I think the Rays would be an interesting fit for him. While they do have Wilson Ramos, you never know how it's going to be with his knee injury. Maybe they'll try and convert Wieters, get him at a good deal. Maybe he'll play some first base. You never know. The Rays, I think they're trying out a few more things to hopefully climb the ladder in that tough AL East. Another place I could see him maybe is the Angels. I've heard a lot of talk about the Angels. He'd be good. I think he really could improve on his past couple seasons anywhere he goes. I've always liked him. I think it's a shame that he's been injured so much and that his production has really declined. And I hope that he finds a place and I hope that he produces. So next up are your questions. Mailbag questions for Aaron. What are your thoughts on the knuckleball potential of all-star closer and turned slow-pitch starter Brian Wilson?
All right, so as many of you might not know, I know you know, Ryan, Wilson was an all-star closer for the San Francisco Giants back in the time when Tim Lincecum was actually good and he was throwing 95-plus miles per hour. Yeah. The interesting part is Wilson's 34 years old, so he's a bit up there on the ladder, as you would probably say. He's never made a major league start in his career, and he only made 6 minor league starts. So durability-wise, I don't know if he's going to be able to provide innings, but the knuckleball potential is a bit interesting.
Yeah, and you can never get too many Blackbeards on your rotation.
Exactly.
Next question, what are the odds that the Diamondbacks trade ace starter Zach Greinke by the trade deadline?
Extremely not likely just because of his contract. He signed a 6-year, $206.5 million contract, which was outrageous. I think he had the highest average annual value for a pitcher ever in the history of the sport, so that was a bit interesting. He had a really bad year last year. He only threw about 160 innings. He put up a 4.37 ERA, which isn't good, but astonishingly enough, he was still 1% better than league average. He's only 2 years removed from having a 1.66 ERA with the Dodgers. So does he still have frontline potential? Yes, but because of the contract, I don't see them trading him.
Yeah, that's a lot of money for 1%. But next is our